What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chaos, and welcome to a new episode of Take It to the Table. We're here live in the hot weather in Regents Park. We thought we'd just do a little outdoor episode for this special WrestleMania post show. But first off, I want to just thank everyone that's made my latest prediction episode of Take It to the Table. That was in Times Square, the highest viewed episode on my channel. So thank you very much for that. No, I'm joking. But yeah, that's but thank you for that. More content to come. And so yeah, without further ado, let me introduce the guests here today. To my left, this is his second appearance. It was meant to be a second. First episode kind of got jammy. Thank you, YouTube. But yeah, without further ado, please give it up for Randy Prizzle. What's up, Randy?
On the unknown episode.
On the unknown, yeah, that's the last tape. You know, until YouTube picks up, then yeah, that's gonna be on the last tape section. But to my further left is his technically his third, but that was his second appearance. but yeah, he's none other than the wonderful, famous Ridez. What's up, Ridez?
Again, I just never left.
Yeah, he just got to change his shirt, and that was it. And yes, and to opposite me, his second appearance. This is definitely his second appearance of the show. Yeah, everyone knows that he's very vocal about his thoughts on the current product, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to hold back on anything today. But yeah, without further ado, please give it up for Mr. Rymz. Welcome back to the show, Rymz. Good to be back. So yes, without further ado, let's take it to the table. Topics up for today, basically we're going to be talking about WrestleMania. That's pretty much in the rear view, as they always put it. So we're going to give our thoughts about that show, and also the Superstar Shake-Up, our thoughts on that. And also going to have another game of Wrestler 20 questions. As we know, Mr. Rymz was the winner, reigning champ, undefeated. So the power is in his hands. So yeah, he will choose again who we're going to be guessing. So yeah, without further ado, let's talk about WrestleMania. So right out the bat, what do you guys think of WrestleMania 35 this year? Man,
I thought it was good. I mean, yeah, I thought it was good. Overall, it was cool. I know there was some matches that could have been better, some matches that were like, man, but there were some highlights that saved the show on a whole for me. I mean, obvious notable mentions. I mean, for me, Kofi and Daniel did a very good show. Like, it was just a good match, but then the ending is what we all wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was well deserved. The thing is, I said it to you guys when we were watching, Seth and Lesnar was the result we wanted, but not the match we wanted. It would have been better if they went on a bit longer and had a proper match, but
that was out of the blue, like first match,
right,
like
very rushed, but at the same time, good riddance. I'm happy with an inch. They play it off right.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the two sets for the main event. I'm not gonna say it was bad. It was a good main event, but it was exactly kind of what I said prior to Mania. The whole thing of like, on paper, the idea of 3 women main eventing for the first time should be monumental. It should be a really good thing. We should be hyped for it. And we were. However, I thought they were just kind of pushing it, like kind of holding on to that as opposed to the match and the story itself. Because if we're taking away that women are main eventing for the first time, we're just looking at story and wrestling value. It wasn't the best match on the card.
Definitely.
And the main event should be the best match on the card. I think they were more focused on, hey, women's revolution, forgetting about the fact that actually it didn't live up to main event status.
Definitely, that was literally my argument. Because as you may know from the last episode, I am the advocate for women's wrestling. Always have been, always following it. And so when you're going to put the women in the main event spot, you expect them to deliver on the kind of... Okay, so Charlotte, Becky and Sasha Banks set the bar for women's triple threat matches.
Yes.
And especially on the stage of WrestleMania and whatnot. So when you're going to go into this one with them being in the main event, you think to yourself, okay, so that's the match they've got to follow, so they're going to, I guess, deliver more in that match, which to a degree they did, because they did try to get a bit more physical in this match. However, even when the match had just started, and even when you look at all of the women in their entrance, you could tell that there was like an immense amount of pressure on them. So with that pressure, with the adrenaline, with the kind of, it just seemed like they were worried, almost like they.
Of course.
They had to kind of. They felt like they had to push the bar
and exceed expectations.
But then in doing that, you kind of made the match come off as very sloppy.
Yeah.
It's like it just didn't work. Like Ronda Rousey wasn't rushing a lot. She kept doing the same move over and over again. Charlotte kind of just wasn't really being the Charlotte that you come to know.
She didn't do any of her high spots, like the corkscrew moonsault.
Right.
Didn't do anything like
you expect
major.
all this from them.
Couldn't even break the table.
I think that's just the thing for the tables. Not really made. They're made for anyone to go through, but the women are lighter than the men. So kind of forget that. Like, for a woman to go through it, they kind of need to be like, I guess, falling from a height or at a stronger force. And Charlotte, she actually stopped before she did the spot.
Yeah.
So when she stops, she didn't break.
Yeah. Like remember when it was Charlotte against Sasha Banks in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
And there was that table that just wouldn't break.
Yeah,
and
she threw on it like twice or three times.
Yeah.
Women got a history of tables not breaking. I remember, I think the first women's table match back in the day was Natty and Beth and Nicole.
Yeah.
Table didn't break their knee.
Yeah, you had to jump on them. But then same as Evolution. Becky didn't break the table, so Charlotte had to do the move again.
Yeah.
So it happens.
It does happen. What about you, Randy? I know you've been waiting for this to vocalize your thoughts on WrestleMania.
I generally thought it was average at best. Like, you know, obviously, happy for Kofi that he won the main event because I thought it was a good spot, but half of the card was terrible for me, half of the card was good, so it just weighed out, and I thought very average in terms of like what it did have, but in terms of obviously the match, I thought was the best of the night. I thought Batista's match against Triple H for me was one of the best ones. So
really?
It
was a very gruesome start though.
Yeah,
that's one of the matches where like whenever I've spoken to like Marks and stuff, they kind of tuned out by that point. But then I think that's a timing thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's too long. It's too long.
Yeah.
Like it's 6 hours. That's minus the pre-show, I think.
Yeah.
The 2 hour pre-show. Yeah, it's too much wrestling.
I think because me, I wasn't expecting it to be that physical, but then when I saw the match as being really physical and the way we were going at it, like, and it was like they're putting on a real show. It's going to be the last match they were going to have, so they had to put on a performance, and I felt like they really did. They really came out and they really, put it all on the table. So,
definitely.
For me, it was one of the matches of the night. So obviously, Cruiserweight Championship was very good as well. But
I've yet to see that.
They need to put them on the main road. Like
they don't rate the pre-show. Like I swear, 3 years in a row, it's been on the pre-show.
It was actually a really good match. It was
main
event worthy. They could have
even the one last year was.
Yeah, they could have swapped. I'm sure there was like 1 or 2 matches that could have swapped and gone on.
I would say the women's tag match because I was not there. That for the women's tag title match, I was waiting in the concessions doing that. I completely missed it.
He's that person. When his match comes on, he goes to the bathroom.
It's just because I just knew it. To be honest, I honestly thought that Sasha and Bayley was going to retain. So when I just heard the iconics. I was just.
She now just disappeared.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. She got up in the Infinity War treatment, just turned into dust. But
you know what? I'd say like for me, the best match of the night. I really enjoyed AJ and Orton. I think that was a very underrated match.
That's another thing as well. By the way, I was also live there at WrestleMania, and I didn't, for 100%, did not see any of Randy Orton and AJ simply because of the lighting. The way we were sitting, there was all the there was this bright light, and it affected everyone in the arena, and like everyone was chanting, "Turn the lights off," and all this stuff, and it took about near the tail end of the match to like when they finally listened, and then they dimmed the lights. It was
and you guys started cheering halfway through the match.
Everyone was wondering. I was getting messages from these guys like, "Why are they cheering on? Like, what's going on?
Why are they cheering on? What happened?"
It was a really good match. I remember going into Mania, I was really looking forward to Miz and Shane.
Yes, I thought it was going to be good.
Full disclaimer, I was in the shower in that match. I did not see anything. I heard everyone hyping their, I guess, big stunt and whatnot, and then by the time
there was some brutal bumps. It was just the ending. I just hated the thing. They just landed on foam. It was just really that annoyed the crap out of me. It was, you
And
know.
then the Miz won, right? Because his arm was on.
No,
Shane won.
Yeah,
His arm was on the Miz.
that was a nice little twist. I like that. I just didn't like the thing. Like you can see, it was definitely planted, and it was just foam underneath. It was just
Wait, so when you were in the arena,
Yeah.
because obviously you guys see, I guess, everything, whereas we just see what they want us to see on TV.
Yes.
So in the arena, didn't you just look at a place where there was a random structure there?
No, there was actually a cameraman on the top. But it was just random. Like there was the area where you know that's where they timed the pyro and the cameras and all that stuff. And then there was this kind of, I guess it was out of place because it was a random scaffolding, but there was a cameraman on it.
Did it look like a setup?
No, he said there was a cameraman on it. So
There was a cameraman on it,
someone
and
said,
then
"Look."
like you don't realize it's a setup when you realize next to the scaffolding there's this big crash pad right next to it. So you don't really notice until you actually see them
That's what
go
I'm
there.
saying.
So when you see the cameraman, you think he's just
Yeah, it's just being a
long
normal
shots.
cameraman. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But when they start doing the match and you say, wait, why is that big black box right next to it? Oh, no, you're gonna go up there. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was.
So I guess once they head over to there, then people in attendance then realize, oh, the stunt's coming over there.
Yeah.
But it's not a smooth and shade match about something. My brother predicted that he was going to jump off one of the
course.
poles.
Yes.
But it was actually-
I was kind of hoping the big LED screen and right the ramp. That's what I was kind of hoping.
Wasn't there one point where he looked like he almost died? Like when he
Yeah,
got
when
thrown
he
over the thing,
uppercut and he
like-
fell on. There was like a big cart underneath. Yeah, that was mad.
Yeah, because I thought he landed on his head. Like,
Yeah.
It looked like he went over, but he
And
looked
then
like
dot-
the way his
together.
angle went, because he went, and then it didn't look like he landed
yeah.
head first when he went. And I was like, oh, that looked like it hurts. I'm sure he's got a concussion or something.
He's known for concussions anyway. Like flipping Roman Reigns sprayed him out of his boots into a concussion. Remember that?
He takes a lot of bumps.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you skipped Miz and Shane. You skipped.
Yeah, women's tag match.
I skipped the men's battle royal.
Understandable. That was
That's the
absolute
Andre the
cringe.
Giant one,
I watched
right?
the women's one because I was watching it with my girlfriend.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, that winner, I'm not. Again, I pick up women's wrestling.
Yes, what do you have
I
to say
don't
about
understand why. I do not understand why Carmella won. I don't.
No, I don't
I mean,
understand.
yes, I'm a fan, but in terms of the battle royal, is the idea is that you give it to someone who it's potentially going to help, or
Last year it didn't
just
help no
kind of.
one.
Well, see, last year the fact that you give it to Naomi, you give the battle royal credibility because a big person won it. Get it? So now it's like, okay, then, so a big person won it, so you kind of feel like, okay, so the winners are not just going to be like any randoms, they can be the big people as well. Does that make sense? Because Under the Giant battle royal,
Yeah.
with the winners, it hasn't always been a big person. Sometimes it's
Yeah,
a little
it's
guy.
Cesaro been. Yeah.
So it's like you get like kind of
True.
so it said that so you legitimize it by giving it to Naomi, and then this year it's like you kind of think, okay then, so they did Naomi last year, so you're going to think, okay then, so this year the fact that you've got a lot of these women who are in line for a push or supposed to be getting pushes, you think that they're going to be the winner. So for me, my money was on Mandy Rose because she's the blonde, she's improving, so you know what, so this is your no moment, yeah.
Oh, zoom in on me.
So my prediction was Mandy Rose for the battle royal, just because I feel like she's going to be the next probably one of the next things. She's got like Trish Stratus
Oh yeah,
to her. She's got that potential in her, but then it's like once she got eliminated, you're a bit like, oh, okay then, so who else can it be now? And then when you kind of got towards the end, and you're like, oh, so they're going to get Sarah Logan. That's interesting because what has she really brought to the table? And then you give it to Carmella in the exact same way you gave it to Naomi as well. Like she was not in the match for the majority of it, and then you come in and won. You're like,
But if you take away everything like the R-Truth stuff, she is a big star. I mean, like,
I know,
prior to
I'm
Truth,
not
she
saying
was
that
like
she's-
one of the biggest things in SmackDown. Like,
but I'm not saying that she's not a big star. I'm just saying I don't get why she won it.
Yeah.
Like you could have given it to, like I said, someone like
Because the thing
Mandy,
is,
someone like
and
someone
when
like
someone
her.
wins it, someone wins it, they completely forget about it. They don't mention it. Like I forgot that even though Naomi won it last year. You know what I mean?
to be fair, women or men, in any single battle royal where they've gone for the trophy, I don't remember anyone that's won that amounted to anything.
That's what I'm
When
saying.
Cesaro won for the first few weeks, it looked like maybe
They
the
boasted
Paul
it,
Heyman
like, you
thing,
know,
but then nothing.
Yeah.
There's
Well-
no one that's won that's got a title shot or got pushed or nothing. Big
Yeah.
Show won it one year. Like, what the hell? Like,
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
like, just,
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, my money in my prediction episode, I said it was going to be Lacey Evans because there's been rumors going about and saying that she was going to get a push, and it looks like she is getting it right now.
She's gonna win the Raw title.
She is going to win it, yeah, most likely.
I don't know. I think this is just going to be one of... You know when someone wins a title and their first defense is just like... It's going to be like similar to like Ronda and Ruby Riott. Like it's just going to be a match that we know the champion's going to win. I don't
Or
think
it's that
this
match
is gonna
that
get
they're
it.
gonna, or that match that they're gonna
Swerve us with.
John Cena and Sheamus this situation, and they're gonna let Lacey Evans win. Because the idea is that if Becky's got both belts, yeah, then you've got her on both shows. I get that, but then Becky Lynch, unless they're gonna make her lose the SmackDown one, but no one's in line for her belt on there. They're focusing on the tag team belts with the Iconics.
What show is Becky officially on?
SmackDown,
And what show is Lacey on?
Raw.
Okay.
So then it's like, if they're gonna go into this pay-per-view, or no, it's just this upcoming Raw, isn't it?
What?
There's like the title match that is meant to be on a Raw or on pay-per-view, whenever it is.
I think it'd be a pay-per-view.
But whenever it is,
So they're not unifying the belts? 'Cause I thought
I
that's
hope
what-
not. They shouldn't do.
They really shouldn't. I don't
Pointless
think
if
so.
they do, but I thought that's what they were doing.
Yeah. They just want to do that flipping the Conor McGregor thing. That's what they're doing because she's Irish.
Really?
He also won 2 belts. She's got 2 belts. Ironic, you know what I mean? That's what they're doing. They're just doing the Conor McGregor trip. That's what they're
And
doing.
then, so the Lacey Evans can swerve everyone, or someone could interfere on, like Charlotte could be interfere or something like that again. I don't know, and just keep that.
And then they
going
carry on their
SmackDown.
feud, yeah.
So yeah, it's just like, so I think I'd probably give it to Lacey Evans because for some reason, again, Vince loves her, but she's blonde, she's white, she's a traditional character.
Yeah,
of course I love her.
and she's from the military as well, so she's got that background, and she's
Everything Vince likes.
Yeah,
so she's
pretty
going to be a
much.
star. Mind you, Mandy Rose is everything Vince likes. You think she's going to be a star?
Yeah, I 100% agree what you're saying with Mandy Rose. She ticks all the boxes, but I don't like them boxes. Like, it's just, do you know what I mean? Like, I reckon who she's paired. I've said it before, even though I keep forgetting her name. Who she paired up with?
Sonya Deville.
I think
yeah.
she's championship.
See,
material,
I feel like
100%.
her. They robbed us of the Sonya Deville and Ronda Rousey. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
They
definitely.
have that background together, and yet you kind of just let Ronda bulldoze through her.
See, I got the ideal thing with if they did that horsewoman thing is if like clearly Ronda's going to be taking a long-term break right now. So when she does come back, she comes back with the squad. She's got all the people from Shayna Baszler, Sonya Deville, and the other two from NXT.
But
and then
I think Sonya Deville's the only one out of all of them that doesn't have UFC experience, MMA experience.
yeah, but she still classes one of the 4 horsewomen, isn't it? She still
didn't
is.
realize that.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
I thought it was the two that's with Shayna Baszler on NXT.
Yeah,
Oh, is
Shafir
it?
and yeah,
Shafira and that one.
my
Yeah.
bad.
I think
So hold on.
I think
Give me Sonya Deville then.
There's 2 groups of 4 horsemen.
Yeah, there's a woman, there's a WWE version and there's a UFC version.
WWE is obviously Sasha, Becky, Bailey, and Charlotte.
Yeah.
From NXT, and then the 4 horsemen of UFC, Shayna Baszler, the other 2, and Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
I've
I don't know the
I've
names.
processed what you've said.
Maria Shafir,
This-
Jessamine Bailey.
Yeah, I've processed what you said. It sounds like it should be epic. Expect it to fail. That's what the company will do.
What? Yeah, like
Something that's supposed to be that
I
good
know,
will
yeah.
not be that good.
If it was up to me, I would wait keep Ronda off TV till SummerSlam and not put them in, and then they go to Survivor Series and then have the elimination type match, and who's the best horsewoman out of them? Who's that's what I'm saying. That's what I would do.
What is the deal with Ronda? Because
It's weird.
It's not clear.
It's not clear.
I don't know, man.
She's currently injured. Apparently, she had an arm injury during that match. Apparently, at the same time, she wants to start a family.
Yeah.
She's still tied to a contract, I think, till 2020
WWE.
or 2021. Yeah, with WWE. Those are the 3 main factors. So I don't know if she's actually if they're just keeping her on because of the injury or because she wants to start a family.
She's the first heel in a long time where I actually couldn't tell if what she was saying was story or real.
Yeah, it's true.
I couldn't tell if she
Definitely.
legit. That's the first time where I thought, wow, does she actually
Mean that, yeah.
really, I couldn't tell because maybe it was just the kayfabe breaking. I didn't get the point in that.
Yeah, of course.
And it
Yeah.
just kind of crossed the. I get it where you can take little jabs when it's funny and break the fourth wall, but when it's not funny and you're just being mean, it kind of ruins because she was on TV, almost implying that this is fake.
Yeah,
on the show, it just. Are you telling us that you're an actor? I don't get it. It's just,
Yeah, she said
I
that.
don't
They
know.
gave me a bunch of lines. I didn't bother with that. You do know it's fake, right? I'm just
I guess that was just the kind of when you sometimes try to create heat, sometimes it doesn't really work, or it kind of comes off different. Like the only example of like really great heat was, I guess, Elias on this Raw when he did something to do with the hockey or something like that, and that crowd, oh my god,
I think I can top that.
He couldn't speak.
The best one was Elias and Kevin again.
I can't remember what that was. That wasn't Raw. That was a show.
That was Raw.
Was it Raw?
That was Raw. That was one of the biggest. Where was
that was
that?
almost equivalent to like when Roman got booed after.
Yeah.
Mania,
I was there for that one, by the way. Yeah, that was awesome.
Nah, Kevin and Elias, that was the most heat I've seen from the crowd.
Definitely. Speaking of Raw after Mania, did you guys see another Beach Bowl Mania? And Cesaro went nuts, and he took like 2 or 3 balls. Beach balls. Yeah,
he always do it. Like he always rips the ball up.
I didn't see. I don't think he did it on TV. Like,
he did. I thought he did because there was all these beats because obviously everyone got pissed off about obviously he got changed into a shitty team.
Oh.
And then like there was AEW chants, and then probably he stayed. Then
he's done it before in the past.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, and then, man, it was just amazing. I don't know if that happened during commercial, if it happened during the show, or what. I don't know if you saw.
You know, honestly, when it got to that point of that match, because it turned into a crappy tag team match. I did like tune out at that point, but at the same time I was happy that it was, because I didn't want either Seth Rollins or Kofi Kingston to end their reigns so soon.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, then I can. My compromise there is that I'm okay with it being a tag team match because it doesn't mean I'm going to focus on the tag team.
Yeah.
So,
Usually I get annoyed when I find out the spoilers, but I think I would have been more annoyed if I invested in that match.
Of course,
I mean, even if they had the match and then someone
end up in the
interrupted,
DQ, I'd be fine with that.
but then to just 2 minutes into the match,
and randomly the bar, like it didn't make any sense.
Might as well have brought Teddy out and said
they have no
have a
beef.
tag team match.
It had no beef, and then all of a sudden the bar comes out of nowhere. It just didn't make any sense. It
We
was,
have nothing to do with Raw, by the way.
that's what I'm saying. And it still didn't even move.
Thank Vince for that, I guess.
It was just so stupid. They could have done that so much better. Like make them have the match of the night, and then someone comes in, like Seth Rollins' next opponent, coming in and just interfere and then just mess things up. It was just,
Speaking of which, we're talking about Rondo. Do we know what the deal is with Lesnar?
Lesnar, he's going to train. He's going to UFC.
Like legit, or is
Most
that
likely, yeah, like because he wants to. He told Dana White, the president of UFC, that he wants the match in August, which is run during.
Remember, he was supposed to go before, and then he swerved us all and came back.
Yeah. They basically Vince obviously threw all kinds of money and saying like we need you just till WrestleMania, and then after that, it's fine. So I think we need a break from him. We honestly need a break. He does not need to come back. He's fine. He's made. I'm pretty sure he's made more than enough money from us. Yeah,
I'd be cool if he came back and was like how he was in his first run, like where he was there every week and actually competing on TV.
Yeah, but no, he's made too much money to even do that.
SmackDown goes to Fox in October. Bring Lesnar back to SmackDown. I'm invested.
Then again, with that paycheck they're getting from Fox, they could actually make him come weekly if they wanted to.
SmackDown might become Raw, man.
That's
the plan, that's the aim, that's everything. Roman Reigns is on SmackDown now, so now I'm a fan. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
SmackDown was generally always best.
It was generally always better.
I mean, mainstream wise, it might be the A show, like officially. Like, we always knew. But
you think Vince will let that, because Raw is his baby child. That's his
baby's old now, man.
Running its course.
It's definitely running its course, man. But I'm just wondering, like, is it just? It's not really the show's fault, ain't it? It's the writers.
Yep.
And there's so much potential for that show to be amazing.
Of course, if NXT can freaking do it, why can't Raw?
You can make any show good. You can make to an extent, any wrestler superstar good. Like it's like an actor, isn't it? Like if you take someone who's on the undercard all the time, and then you can just make them a star overnight if you give them the right material, get them with the right person.
Yeah.
Some people, you're bad, you're just bad. Like you can't be saved. Some people, but most people, I think,
Because I mean, like
anyone could have been wrong. You know what I mean? Like that could have been anyone. Like think of all the big guys in NXT. Like someone else could have been that person.
Yeah.
Right. And the irony is that WWE were hiring a continuity writer or continuity person to make sure all the storyline things are flowing. And then it's just like, well, I kind of feel like to kind of get better, they might just have to take a step back and just go back to long-term booking. Because now you're kind of doing that thing where they're booking like show per show, and things aren't making sense or things aren't lining up, or superstars are doing this thing where I guess because they're not really doing the whole face and heel thing anymore. It's just you like, but then you can't have 1 week like one person who we're kind of in support of now doing the bad stuff. It's a bit like, okay, so they've now become it's like when you're switching roles too many times, it's hard to really take focus. And then you're going to take away the storyline from matches and make matches longer with better in-ring like action and stuff. But then you can't really get invested in it if there isn't a story.
Yeah, exactly.
So so like, okay, these people are having a fight on pay-per-view. Why? They're fighting for a belt. Okay, but then is it just that they're fighting for the belt? Is there any kind of rivalry or anything going on? So like with the Kofi Kingston thing for WrestleMania, he had to work for that. So you're kind of just following his journey.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, so you built him up to kind of get him to that point. So that Mania, it's almost like if he doesn't win now, it's like a travesty to us all.
Yes.
But he won.
Yeah.
So, okay then, so we all had our moment. We rooted for the underdog, and the underdog won. So you're like, okay, that's a good payoff. Becky Lynch, in all honesty, had she not have won the Royal Rumble, which again I said this in the last video, had she have lost it to Charlotte, of all people, and then you give Charlotte the legitimate reason to be the main event of WrestleMania, and then you make Becky fight to get into that match, then now when she wins, it's a bigger payoff. But you gave her that right from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then you had to do that thing where you involved someone who was of no relevance and then took the spot away from Becky Lynch. It's a bit like, but no, she earned that spot.
Yeah.
You get it? So it was just messy in that build-up. So just do the obvious thing, let Charlotte win, and then Becky has to work her way up. So it's cool. It's a storyline that we can follow. It's a simple storyline as well. And this is what I was saying before. If Charlotte would have won the Royal Rumble, Becky Lynch again had to lose out to Charlotte. So now
would have been more of an underdog.
Yeah, so now it's like, okay, she's going to do everything in her power to get into that match that she wants at Charlotte, she wants at Ronda Rousey, she wants at Mania.
I like that.
And then, at Fastlane, yes, that match between her and Charlotte, and then Ronda Rousey interferes. Okay, Becky Lynch was robbed, she now gets the shot to be in that match. Simple storyline. No, you're going to give Becky Lynch the shot anyway, but then be like, oh,
they literally just said, we're going to put Charlotte in this match.
You're not worthy of that match, let's put Charlotte in here
Literally,
instead.
that was the story.
And then they're like, okay, but where did that come from? Like, why was Charlotte technically, if we take it away from the fact that Charlotte is who she is in terms of, not even in terms of being Ric Flair's daughter, just take it away from her being like the big star. It's a bit like, once she lost the Rumble to Becky Lynch, essentially Charlotte is out of it.
Yeah.
So she had no reason to be in that picture in the first place.
Exactly.
Why give Becky Lynch the Rumble and then take it away? Yeah, it's just too many puzzle pieces in one. I'm trying to make it make sense. Simple, Charlotte wins, Becky fights, Mania comes, Becky wins. Simple.
I mean, if they wanted to do it the way they did, they could have at least made it more interesting. Like, I don't know, Ric Flair paid him off or something like that.
Right.
What they should have done was what they did with Mysterio and Orton and Angle back in the day, where Mysterio actually did win the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
So he's Becky, but then lost it.
Yeah.
Because he lost it to Randy Orton. To Orton, and then, but I don't think he earned his way back.
No, he didn't. Teddy Long was like, you won the Royal Rumble, so you're still going to WrestleMania. And it's like, well, then why did they have the match in the first place?
So yeah, maybe that was a bad example. But if it started off like that, and then she had a match to get back in, then she has the underdog.
Right, now that would have been Charlotte's story going into this then, because Charlotte was in the final two of the Rumble, so the idea is that, okay, she has to have the match. But she's not the underdog, so you can't root for Charlotte to get in that match. But
I just think they didn't have faith in Becky and Ronda putting on a one-on-one match.
Well, I don't even think it's that. I think they had faith in those two, but it's like equally of the women, Charlotte had the same momentum and the same star power. Because at Becky Lynch, she had all of us like, I guess, what's the way to phrase it? So Becky Lynch had all of us behind her. She was like insanely over, and then Ronda Rousey is Ronda Rousey. So she was over anyway, and she comes with the UFC crowd and stuff. So you have them two, but then also in terms of the other women who are like that, Charlotte's also like that. So it's like, okay, so let's involve her as well. But then the way they went about it was just very messy.
Did we ever get Ronda and Becky one-on-one?
No.
So we were promised
that was meant to be from Survivor Series.
We never actually had it.
Nope.
Now we probably.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but I think that there's rumors going on that like they're going to try and keep Ronda off till next year or till Mania, and then they're going to have the one-on-one next year. So and apparently Becky's going to keep the title.
I was going to say it might be a long, and that's the thing. Becky kind of becomes like. I said this about Ziggler a few years ago. Like, you get so used to rooting for that person. Like even before Becky's whole time, I was solid on Becky. Like I probably was the only one. There. Like
I was that one that I was not here for Becky Lynch. Just like, I didn't agree with her. I didn't dislike her.
So I loved her face. I'm talking about before she even won her first match.
Oh, okay.
Like, I was like, I
was over Becky by that point.
She was one of those women or superstars who I felt she deserves more, but she never got it. So you're kind of used to rooting, and then they have their one-on-one match on SmackDown. You're like, I hope they win, and then they get the one win here and there. But then, just like when they win the big one, it's like, so like, you can't root for them anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Now it's like
that's where WWE went wrong with Bayley. Because she was the underdog in NXT and then she won. And then the thing was that she was always the underdog going into the title matches, so it worked and it was fine. Yeah, okay, we get that. But then with Bayley, they put her on the main roster, and then literally kind of within a month or two of her being on the main roster, she was giving it out.
She was kind of like the underdog with the championship.
Right. No, she was never the underdog after that. It was kind of like, okay, then so she came in as she's an underdog character, but then literally on a random Raw, she beat Charlotte for the belt, and you're like, okay, so what's left? Fair enough, she went into Mania as the underdog because she was a fatal four-way, but then it kind of fell flat when she won, and then it's just like, well, what's left?
They literally implied it was a fluke because Charlotte had killed everybody before. Right. And then Bayley won, and they're like, oh my god, Bayley, and then she lost, and it was like, we are telling you this is a fluke.
Then all people had to drop the belt to you was Alexa Bliss, and you're like, oh, okay.
She was slightly happy about that.
I was. That happened. I was in America at that point as well. I was in New York, and I watched that like in New York time and whatnot. So, and I'm like watching the match, and I'm like, okay, so though, Alexa Bliss is coming onto Raw with her SmackDown heat, I guess. So like they're gonna make her a thing, and I was like, okay, so she'll have this little feud with Bayley, whatever, blah blah, and then she's gonna win the match, and I'm like, oh, I was like, okay, I'm invested.
Was it just a random Raw?
No, she won the payback.
That was
the Extreme Rules match or something.
Yeah, and they put it for no, that wasn't
no, that was just a match on payback. The rematch was the Kendo stick on a pole.
Jesus Christ. And this is your life segment. Oh my god, that was
Bayley, this is your life.
Oh, that was so awful.
Is it? Do you know what? You know when something's so bad I don't want to say works. I really don't want to say works, but like when it's bad on purpose and it just
but then see the original.
Because the Rock was bad.
That was, but it worked.
It was bad.
That was iconic.
But it was terrible. Like if you think about it, like it was.
Yeah, it was.
It was supposed to be bad.
Well, obviously, it was supposed to be bad. But the thing was, when it was that one, The Rock had the best comebacks. Like he said, this person, and he just cussed that person out. Like, take your trailer trash out of here. Like, with Bayley, she waited until everyone was interviewed, then come out and try and beat on Alexa. It was just really stupid.
And it was just really cringe as well.
It was really cringe.
She had like a couple in the ring and stuff or something.
Yeah, her teacher and like her ex-boyfriend or something like that.
It was the most disliked video in so it was so disliked. They just removed the video. You can't see it on the channel anymore. It's not on YouTube channel anymore. That's how bad it is.
And it didn't come on the okay, so over here WWE comes on Sky Sports and stuff, but you get it live. You do. You get it live on a Monday and on a Tuesday, but then you get the UK version or the international version on a Thursday and a Friday. On the Thursday edition of Raw, that segment was not on it.
Mixed.
It was taken off of the Bayley. So
that is up there with like the old day. Remember that when they had the.
To be fair, they do cut that version down to 2 hours, so they probably just.
No, that segment was bad. It was never going to make it to international channels.
Yeah, the old day was bad as well.
That was really bad. They don't even talk about that anymore. That's how bad. They're trying so bad. You see that on the What Culture video, like 10 things WWE wants you to forget.
I mean, the Time Machine bit before the old part when like
when it
came out to his old
that
music.
That was
funny.
good. That was when the New Day did it. Yeah, but when the Club tried to do it, no.
I can't remember it. Love went through some awkward stage as well, like with the doctor suits and all of that.
Yes, I remember that, and the nerd shit. Yeah. The Club again, it's quite evident that, as we all know, Vince does not like anything that's not his creation. So he just butchered them, and then now they're just collecting their paychecks on every Tuesday right now. So I'm surprised they didn't get split up during the shake-up, which we will talk about shortly. But yeah, just a quick roundup of WrestleMania. So you thought it was average, like half and half. You thought it was.
I'll say good.
It was a drop. Better than last year? I think anything was better than last year.
Remind me of last year very quickly.
Braun Strowman winning the titles with Nicholas.
Oh, God, yeah. Wow.
Braun Strowman, and he was getting onto us about that. Like people don't get angry at sick kids or whatever. It turned out to be one of the referees' youths. Like, screw that match. the Lesnar swerve. I can appreciate a good swerve, but I think we all wanted. That was probably one of the rare times where we didn't want Lesnar to win.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Wait, did he win Mania? I thought he won.
Really?
He hates Reigns, even though now he kind of likes him, but he hated Reigns.
I don't like him. I feel sympathy for him now. But
I thought Lesnar won last year.
Yeah, he did. That's what I'm saying. But everyone,
because it looked like
because it was meant to be Reigns.
Built for Reigns. I thought Reigns was going to win.
Yeah, everyone thought Reigns was going to win because
Lesnar was also rumored to go as well.
And then, they said Reigns, but then again, they got cold feet because they didn't want to have everyone booing him out the arena like they did the year before when he defeated Triple H.
And that's the other thing. If the other reason why we all thought Reigns would win, because if Lesnar had one, he would have had it for like straight year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Because he beat Goldberg the year before.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, he beat Goldberg in the squash match. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He did not drop it for that whole year.
No, he had it for 1 year straight.
Yeah, he did.
So that's why it looked like it's in stone. Reigns has got to win. You know. So when Lesnar won, like when they did count, like everyone was like, it wasn't like 1, 2, 3. It's like, oh snap, like
pretty much.
But then you could say that about this year's as well. Like when no one thought that was going to be the end to the main event. Like I didn't think that.
That was really
I'm like watching. It was like 1.
I was pissed.
And then it was like 3, and I'm like, wait, what? And then when Robert kind of woke up out his sleep, he was like, wait, what happened? And then it's like, did it end? And then making it to music play, you're like, oh my god, that was the end.
I think everyone was for several reasons, right? First of all, I think Mutalk said that it was a botch on purpose, or part of the act.
Yeah.
But I feel that Ronda just didn't want a definitive.
I
feel she had that power where she's like, I'm not laying down for no one.
I think she did that just to be an asshole. Like she said,
she kind of like moved. It didn't quite look like her show was done. And it's like, but is it?
But then if she's gone for a year, what argument is she gonna have a year later? Like, oh, last year you didn't pin me.
Yeah, that's what they're probably gonna try and say. Like when she does come back
365 days later talking about you almost pinned me or whatever.
She's gonna come back
and she's not.
And you don't even get rematches anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but there's been a couple. Sorry, there's been a couple times. There's been a couple times where like they've wavered that automatic remember when Shane and Miz they put themselves into a tag match against the Usos before Shane turned.
Yeah.
They just said, we're gonna face you again. Who else got that wavered? There was someone else. There was another tag match that got wavered with the automatic rematch thing. The Revival against Kurt Hawkins and
that happened on Raw.
That was an automatic rematch the next night. So they're breaking their promises already.
I don't think it was like an automatic one. I think it was just okay. So we're just gonna give you. I think they went into that match with the I guess based off Zack Ryder's track record.
Oh yeah.
That he's gonna win big at Mania, which he did. Then he won Raw, he's gonna lose it.
Yeah.
He went into that match thinking, they're gonna lose it.
That's what I thought, to be honest. I thought because there's always a match where someone wins it, like and then loses. Happened to Miz, happened to Jinder. But last year when he won the United States,
it was about 2 weeks after. It wasn't the first Raw match.
You say it wasn't the
it was on the shake-up.
Yeah, it was on the shake-up. Jeff Hardy took it. Yeah.
So like within the first.
Oh yeah, it was
because he had the US title for a bit, but didn't do anything with it.
You're right. He
did it for about a week.
Defended it. Well, yeah, he had it on that SmackDown afterwards, and then on the Raw afterwards he got drafted.
Yeah.
And then put it into Jeff Hardy, who won.
Yeah.
And then on that Raw, the IC title had come over anyway, so then you're like, so then Jeff Hardy's gonna go SmackDown.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, like I said, real broken promises. But yeah, and your verdict on WrestleMania?
I think it's hard to kind of judge Manias because I feel like when you're in Mania season mode, anything that kind of happens is kind of epic.
Yeah.
So, because like last year, I did think that was a good Mania up until the Raw Tag Team match. And when you kind of get burnt out by it. Actually, no, tell a lie. Last year, I thought it was a good Mania up until AJ and Shinsuke. Because that match kind of, like, by that point, it was like long drawn out, and it kind of just took away the buzz.
On the show.
Well, yeah, because even though Mania is long, but by that match, they were really slow and really kind of, they didn't really indie style that match.
Yeah, definitely not.
So that match for me was very kind of like, it fell flat. And then once that match kind of fell flat, I lost a lot of my hype or my buzz from that match. And then after that, you're going to have the squash tag team match. And then after that, you're going to have, Reigns and Lesnar, which I was not here for anyway.
Yeah.
So by that point, it was a bit like, okay then, so if I'm going to rate that one overall, I liked the first portion of the show. And then with this one, it's like, again, there's aspects of this WrestleMania that I like because they did everything that we wanted them to do. But at the same time, I still feel like the delivery could be better. Like for me, I didn't look by Hulk Hogan. I didn't. Hulk Hogan is
and he still got the name wrong. Do you see?
No, I think he did that on purpose. I thought he did that to take the mick out of himself.
I know the Silverdome thing, yeah. And then he said in the MetLife Arena. It's not the arena, it's the Metlife Stadium. He still got it wrong.
Oh, that's a minor
I hope he was
Stadium
serious,
arena,
but if it
that's a
wasn't,
minor thing. Oh my God.
Was it? I think it was the Metlife Stadium.
Yeah.
It is MetLife Stadium, so if he said arena, he got it wrong.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. But I know it's minor, but it's still like.
What was funny was his face when Paul Heyman walked by.
Yeah, apparently,
Like what was going
That
on?
was funny.
he was pissed. He was legitimately pissed.
Maybe he didn't know, you
He
know?
didn't know. He didn't. That's what I'm saying. He didn't know. He said it. He posted it on Twitter like he did not know. Like they just blindsided us. Like I didn't know what was
What's wrong
going
with that?
on.
What's actually wrong with that? Like,
Because it's Hulk Hogan, ain't it? It's just like no one
I don't
disturbed
think
him.
that, I think it's better that he didn't know because the reaction was authentic.
Of course, yeah, of
But
course.
then at the same time, it's like I think that was okay. The big swerve of Mania this year was the Universal title being the opening match.
Yes.
That one, no one expected that. Like when I saw Paul Heyman walk out,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so they're gonna start hyping it ready for later on or something. And then Paul Heyman's like, okay, so if my client is not gonna be on last, then we're just gonna do this now and get that way done with it. And there's music here. You're like, oh crap! So the Universal title match is happening right now. So okay, and now so then it's like, okay, now I'm invested. Now I'm watching because. Yeah, so from when you see the Universal title match, it's going to be like the opening match. I was invested and I'm ready for it. And then they slowed it down with AJ and Orton. Mind you, that was a good match, but it was, I guess, because that was where the time went. Because technically, Lesnar and Rollins was only like a 2-minute match.
Yeah, it was.
Something like that. But then all the time went on to AJ and Orton, and then I don't even know what after that. Was the SC tag belts or maybe? Something like that?
Probably.
I don't even know.
There was so many.
It got to that point where it's like, okay, they started having all these like random matches, and it's like, okay, you're not really doing anything. And then you got to, I guess, the first big match was Miz and Shane, right?
Yes.
And then you
Triple
get
H.
the women's tag match, and then you get the WWE title belt match, which for me was a show-stealing match, only because that was the one that everyone was invested in.
Yeah.
And that's essentially the match of the night for me.
Yeah.
So like last year it was the mixed tag match, this year it was Kofi and Daniel Bryan. And then after that match, it kind of just went back over there. Like, then in all fairness, WrestleMania reached its peak at that point.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everyone was tired. Everyone was burnt out, man.
Including Triple H and Batista.
I said this earlier, like for me, I wasn't even invested in that match.
Oh, yeah.
It's two geriatrics running around the ring. I didn't see that.
Fair point.
I didn't. Same with like the Greatest Rumble or the Super Showdown.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Hearing about the match, I did get Crown Jewel vibes. I was thinking, it's not 2005 no more. Like, right. You know what I mean, like Triple H ain't got hair.
And he fell over getting into the ring. Fell over.
Listen, I am not exactly. Let this be known, yeah. When he walked up to the steps, before he put his foot on the steps, I knew something was going to happen. Because he just looked too excited. He just looked like he was drunk. I just thought something's going to happen. 2 seconds later, he almost fell on me.
And he had fell up the stairs and then fell into the ring.
I was watching his entrance back on the network, and then when that happened, Shawn Michaels was on guest commentary.
Oh god!
He's like, oh my god! And he just started out, and he went around the ring and came back in, and everyone was just like, yeah.
Well, credit to him for owning it, because he went around the ring and like carefully went in the ring and laughed about it. So good sport. Couldn't happen to anyone else. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's not his first time, man. He's done it so many times.
For me, like in terms of so clearly they have a thing where each year there's always one match at Mania that kind of doesn't belong, but will be there for the star factor. So this year that was Triple H and Batista. So it was a match that didn't belong on the card, but it was there. So like last year, I think it was Johnson and Undertaker maybe, but then that went too short, so I don't know. Say actually yes. Take that match, because Undertaker took like a good 3 hours in his entrance, so that match was like unnecessary. But so this year I felt like Triple H and Batista for me, even when they were kind of giving us the vibes that was going to happen on Raw, I was a bit like, okay, I'm not invested in this match at all. But I just, I don't. Batista had his time. Triple H, he's a big star, but that match did nothing for either of them.
I wish they'd done more in the building.
Oh, they're definitely.
But then Batista's not there anymore,
weird.
so it's like it just felt flat. It was like an attraction match, special attraction match.
Yeah, of
as opposed to it being like
that's meant to be like the Undertaker tap match where it's meant to be.
Right.
Yeah,
So
much
it could have
more,
done so
man.
much. Like it
Like
started
the
off.
way it started, if it carried on that vibe, it would have been a very good feud. Like they could have done something. I mean, Batista, it's not that he wasn't there. He was there almost every Raw prior. Like, you know, he just wanted to talk on the mic. Like, you know what I want. Like, he could have done more.
He almost broke into a Spice Girls song.
but let me switch it up though. Let me talk about one match that WrestleMania that no one has actually mentioned.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin.
What the fuck is you talking about, nigga?
So we're gonna move on. We're gonna swap topics now. We're gonna like keep it moving with so okay then. So
everyone's you like even talked about tag team
that
matches,
never happened.
but you never mentioned that match.
10 things you want to forget, and that will be on every number.
But anyway, so going back, so initially my WrestleMania for me, I feel like this year, if I have to rate it, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5, but that's me being polite.
Very polite. Coming from you. Damn, man.
And that's me being polite only because Kofi Kingston won. We have a black champion finally.
Yeah.
Finally. So
first African-born champion.
Yeah, man.
Yes. So like, no, and you guys wanna everyone always wants to throw the rock at us and say he was a black champion.
No. No.
You know what? I'll give it like. Look, he's half black.
Yeah, half.
Regardless of whether they want to talk about his Samoan heritage, he's a half black person. What I mean is, he's not the first African. Kofi was born in Ghana. Like, he grew up on KK. Like, you know what I mean? So it's cool. Like, that's it.
I mean, well, yeah.
I'll give it a 4. I'll be nice.
5. Okay.
I don't know how. I'm surprised that you said a 4, but I'm even more surprised that you're saying a 4 is nice. Like,
that is very. I mean, I would say.
Cause for me, I don't feel like it wasn't bad. It wasn't WrestleMania 30 bad or 27 bad, but it was. 30 bad?
That's the no.
Ryan.
Yeah. That was my least favorite one.
I thought everyone hates. Was it 27? The one with Miz Cena?
Yeah,
that one was shit.
Either.
Yeah, that one was shit.
27 and 30 are my worst ones.
30 was 30 bad.
30 was bad because it was a shitty year for everyone. And that was the year that like the women's match was like a buck, but no one wants to see that.
Oh, that's why. Okay, fair enough.
What, Ryan winning the story?
No, that was good. The streak that really pissed me off though.
Again, so that's another one.
I guess I have to agree. Yeah. That's fair enough. But yeah, I would say he gave it 4 out of 5. I give it a 3.5. Yeah, much better than last year, but everyone got what they wanted. It was for the most part, besides the botchy ending of the main event, that was okay. But yeah, 3 out of 5. Is that everyone's thoughts on that? Cool.
Yeah, for me, 6. I mean, out of 10.
6 out of 10. Okay, cool.
So we all rated it out of 5. Why you got to be out of 10?
You know, I always do mine out of 10, so I just have to get.
When you go to a restaurant, you don't go to a 10-star restaurant. You go to a 5-star restaurant, so you rate it as a star.
6 out of 10 would be equivalent to what?
Like a 2.5 or 3.
Yeah. Also, okay, because when you said 4, I thought it was 4 out of 10. That's why I was.
No, 4 out of 5.
Okay, that's better then. That's cool then. Come on, that's cool.
All right, cool. But yeah, we'll wrap this up, and I'm gonna be showing some highlights of my view of the matches and my reactions for WrestleMania. So that's gonna be rolling right now. WrestleMania. It's ridiculous. Pretty sure I'm gonna get a message from Randy like, why is everyone cheering? Oh no! One and only! Very entertaining match. Fucking awesome. Raw! Freaking really? I need a drink.
A few moments later.
Corner break. Just won. I have no idea what this match happened, or like what happened in this match. Everyone was really doing the Mexican wave. It was definitely a clusterfuck of a match, but yeah. Welcome back, Roman Reigns, isn't it? He seems happy. On to the next one. Walk with the lions. Oh, walk with the lions. Oh, walk with the lions.
Very clever.
And that is what WWE stands for. I said WWE stands for.
Walk with the lions. Anthem.
Heavyweight fans are holding camp for ransom. The microphone champion. Hit the floor,
It's a new fight joint.
like a broken needle, kid, you're missing the point. You dominate your conference with offense, that's no nonsense. My team's all hits,
Get your reinforcements.
the doctor with thugonomics is back. And Paul Elias just got the worst deal. Cause you standing in the ring when John Cena about to turn heel. Silence your cell phone, hold your applause, shut your mouth, and no string plucks. Feel like I'm watching one of my movies because this whole damn thing sucks.
Told you.
Oh shit! Wow! They don't rate angle.